I am on a mission to vibe code a native iOS application using no code. Yes, you heard that right. For the App Store, not some web app. This is going to be a native application that's going to go right to the App Store. This is Palmio. It is a palm reader that allows anyone to take a picture of their hand, as you can see right here. It analyzes using the OpenAI image recognition, and it is a full functioning application that we're going to finish today. I'm going to show you how to set up everything up, all the screens, show you how to set up all the legal papers, show you how to set up the actual applications in the App Store. And it has all the screens. It's got all the stuff that you need in settings. Also, it has a payment and upgrade subscription. So you could actually launch this and start making money with this. If you have wanted to launch native applications, no more web apps, no more web games. This is actual native React through Expo. We're going to be using Replit, and this is part 2 to finish up the whole process. And I'm also going to show you how to set this app up in Apple's website, so you could actually get this done correctly and then push it natively and enjoy the fruits of your labor in the App Store. Let's get into it. We did part 1 where we were able to natively, using Replit, build React Native. We also connected Expo to get us to a stage where it works. We can scan, we get results using the OpenAI API. You guys could check out video 1. And in today's video, the most important part is we're going to finish the app. We're going to test everything. Hopefully, no promises made here. So we're going to set up the app in the App Store. So you guys got to make sure you have your App Store development account. Once we have that, then we're going to set up Expo, making sure everything is connected using the bundle ID and everything from the App Store. So if you've never watched my channel, my name is Marcin AI. I'm a no-code dev. And on the channel, we're trying to crack the most difficult thing when it comes to no-code vibe coding, iOS native. So let's jump into it. And let's just start building. Let's continue where we left off. So if you last saw, we have a functioning application where you can put your name, you can put your location, your date of birth, your time of birth, and then you get to pick your left hand or your right hand, and then it does a analysis. So it's not going to do it on the computer because it needs to use the app, but I want to show you what we have to do next. So for those of you that are not too familiar, when you build these no-code vibe coding projects, most of them are just web applications. They're not mobile native applications that you can put on iOS or Android. So this is the bridge we're trying to gap right now. And a lot of people are making a race to try to figure this out. That's why I set a challenge for myself. So this is part 2 to try to figure this out and actually teach it to you in a simple way, so you can actually build native iOS applications using React Native. And then we're also going to do another video where I'm going to actually do it natively through Xcode. But for now, let's use Replit and keep moving forward. So let me show you where we're at and how far we've gotten with the project. So here's the whole flow of the app we're building. We got a beginning journey. You got your name, you got your date of birth, you got your time of birth, location of birth, which hand do you want to scan. You align your hand, hit record. It takes a picture. You get to sign up. So the whole sign up flow through Google, through Apple, and then it does the analysis. It creates a ready video, which gives you a nice little animation, and then you actually get your analysis. So this shows you your astrology, shows you your headline, shows you your lifeline, and shows you everything you need to know about your hand. So that is the plan. So where we last left off was we have the scanner working, we have the analysis working, but we need to fix that screen. So let's go over there and take a look at this. Next, I want to make this flow much cleaner. So I don't want it to just be in 4 blocks. I want it to be individual pages. So let's say what we want. Next, I want to improve the name, date of birth, time of birth, and birth location flow. They should all be individual screens. I have provided the information in these images in order. And we're going to take our 4 images. This is really important. I really want to make this really, really nice. So we want the name. Hold on. So we want the name. We want date of birth, time of birth, and location. Update the 4 pages into a flow. All right, let's check it out. So if you go to your console now, remember guys, we're using Expo, so you're able to actually test natively. So let's do this here. You scan the QR code, and it's going to load our application. You have a little loader right here, a little percentage. And once it loads, it builds the bundle, and then we have it. So let's check it out. So now we have our screens. Let's see. Ooh, that's nice. So we're going to change that done button to next. It's got our dates, exactly how the screenshot looked. So that's pretty cool. It does work. So let's go April. It's a little, there's a couple little design things, but not a big deal. We go next. And there it is, guys. Our flow is working. One shot, native, 4 screens. I love it. Okay, perfect. So let's just fix. So here's the key with this iOS development for what I've seen so far. Do not move forward until you have everything perfect for those screens, because then it's more difficult to come back to them later. All 4 pages work. Make sure the next button is on all 4 screens. This is the only time-taking thing, is you have to load it every single time you make a change because you are testing it natively. Great. Next, let's work on the camera capture feature. After I pick a hand, it should activate the camera to let me take a picture, then analyze it via the OpenAI API, which I connected in the first video. Hope you guys enjoying this little vibe coding iOS sesh. I have a community called the No Code AI Army, 4,881 members today. We got people in here building, creating, collaborating, no code developers all the way to full stack devs, building and launching actual SaaS businesses, games, everything you could name. You guys could check it all out for free. And of course, if you try Replit or any of the tools, Expo, I do appreciate it very much. This is what keeps the channel going, keeps me motivated to get up every morning and keep delivering top-notch build out education for you guys. So hope you guys are enjoying the content, and let me know in the comment section what I should build next, because after this nut is cracked and I figure this iOS business out, it's going to be full steam ahead. We're going to launch so many apps. It's going to be crazy. I don't know where I'm going to find time to sleep. Okay, let's give this a shot. So now we should have the analysis. This is definitely a longer process. So we got beginner, so everything works here. So we're going to go next, 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 location. We're going to select our camera loads. Let's take a picture of our hand. Bang. We're going to hit continue. And now it's going to analyze our image. And let's see what we get. And there it is. Your palm reading. Look at that. So now we have our palm reading. We have all these different categories with a lot of information. So it is fully working. It's cooking, baby. All right, so let's move on to the next step. So now since we have that, let's go in and build the next tool. So let's go back to our Figma. So we use Figma to create all the designs. So super talented Mike, my business partner, is an amazing designer. So here is the actual images that we need for everything. So the next thing we want to do is we want to set up a profile page. So we're going to click on here. We're going to take a screenshot of this. And then we also want to create a account settings. Click on that. We also need to set up our terms. There's our terms page. And then we have our terms and conditions. Boom. Our privacy settings. So we need to build out all this stuff for iOS. This is kind of the process. And last, we need to set up a subscription screen. So we're going to go there. And now we're going to go one by one. So let's go back. Let's move into setting up the navigation at the bottom on the results screen. Then we're going to paste our navigation image. So let's go to our desktop, pick our image. Let's drop that in. Okay, then we have 3 icons. So we have to be very specific here. We got the back, we got X to close it out, and then we have the share button. So left icon, go back to take new picture. Middle icon is close analysis. And then the right icon is share button. We're going to set this up later. All right, cool. So now we have 3 icons that are going to be on the bottom. So now we're going to be able to add navigation. And this is the process. It's definitely step by step. When you're dealing with native, React, every single page has to be done meticulously, much slower than you're used to with, all these other tools where you just kind of say, build me a website or build me a game. You really have to go one by one to make sure that everything works, is streamlined, because again, going back, you could do it, but it's just more difficult. So you want to get it done in order, fix every single screen, and then it's going to work. Okay, let's test out the next step, which is our navigation. Check our picture, analyzing our palm, and let's see if our navigation is there. Okay, there's our reading, and there's our navigation. Look at that. Okay, we got our exit, we got our go back, and we have our share. We need to add one more button, profile button. Let's add one more icon to we're going to call this profile. When clicked, let's go to the profile page flow. Okay, let me get that screen, and just like that. Okay, we got profile settings. All right, so now we're going to set up the profile. We're going to set up all the legal pages, and we should be getting close to having our whole application. We got our profile screen. There it is. Look right here. and we click, and just like that, we have our profile screen. So here's the account settings. Next, let's add account settings on the profile setting page. Here is the account setting screen, and we're going to drag that in. And one by one, we're going to check this off. So also, if you ever need to go to the specific pages, you can just go right in here to the code on the left side. You can click right there. Now you have all your files. You click on screens, and then look, you have your account settings screen, and then you have your analyzing screen. Basically, all the screens that are in there. You got your profile screen, account settings screen. So if you actually know what you're doing, you can just access all of that in here and be able to change it, modify it, fix it, whatever you got to do. So this is the beautiful part of doing it this way. Having access to all this code is you have control over your fixes. Okay, it all works. And there is our new accounts management. Look, everything that was in that screenshot. It's pretty amazing how Replit's able to just take images and just make everything for you. You don't have to go in and try to create the design. It's using the design from the website, and it actually does set this up for you. So we got email, password reset. Perfect. It all works. Look at that. Boom. Go back. All right. So what's next? Let's keep going. It's a little bit boring to just watch this step by step, but this is the process. So we're going to continue. Next, let's add the legal page on the profile settings page. Here's the thumbnail, and that's going to be our legal one. There it is. Also, here are the two legal pages. Add them too. So now we need, let me make sure I have that. There's terms and there's privacy. We're getting close. We are getting close. So the one thing I'm going to have to do, obviously, for this, in order for this to go live and get published, is I'm going to have to set up a backend. So that's definitely going to be something that we're going to be setting up here to show you how to save all this information. It's crazy how fast this is all happening. The fact that we're able to code native applications using no-code vibe coding is kind of blowing my mind. So I do appreciate you guys for watching. And also I'll try all the tools below, and I'm always grateful. And you guys do feed my coffee addiction. Just like that, we got our legal page. Look at that. I was able to build both those screens off of one prompt with scroll. This is better than I expected. I really thought this was going to take much longer. It is a painstaking process to go one by one, but this is how you would do it. But if you were doing this natively, actually coding this in Xcode, it would be way more difficult, and you wouldn't be vibe coding. And next, we're going to add these right here: rate us, share, health and support, and manage subscriptions. So let's go here. Next, let's add these to the profile page and create appropriate screens for each. We're going to drag that in. We are getting close. I can't wait. I'm actually excited to see what's going to happen when we try to publish this and see what that whole process is with Expo and using EAS and everything to actually get this to the App Store. I'm also going to be adding the subscription screen right here. So we're going to take this screenshot. We're going to add this in there onto the profile page for the most important part, which is obviously monetization. So I think I'm going to do $2.99 weekly, $9.99 for the month, and then also a free plan that gives you 5 readings for 5 days. Everything is there. All the new screens are added. We got health and support. Everything is done. All right, so moving forward, as you can see, everything is going to be in there. We also have our managed subscription. So we're going to be able to work on this next. In here, we also have payment, and we're going to have a link to our Stripe so we can actually do payment. And of course, bypass the Apple 30% commish. Next, let's add the premium button. So unlock premium. We're going to drag that in there. Add this to the top of the results page. Here is the details when you click upgrade now. And then we have that screenshot. So let's grab that one really quick. And where is it? Where is it? Right here. Here's our subscription screen. So it does help. As you see, you need to design your app. This is very, very different approach. Since we're building something, we could just have it freestyle and add all these different things on its own. I'm pretty sure it could do that. But if you really want to have a stylized iOS native React app that all works, you have to make sure that you set up all your screens. We obviously took some time to make these. That's why they look so nice. But you could just do simple versions of these. But even just to get the flow, this is kind of like building a PRD for your web app. You want to do this for your iOS app, especially because you want it to make sure it knows exactly what it needs to do. So there's no guessing, because you just can't, you have to limit it from hallucinating and creating extra screens. And then you go one by one, as you've seen. There it is, our premium unlock screen. And there we go. Next, we have to just connect the 3. We got 1 year, monthly, and weekly. All right, so what do we have next? Let's actually go back to our game plan, because this has definitely been a long video. So I'm still in this first step. As you guys see, this is definitely a much longer process than just kind of vibe coding these clones or any type of simple application. There's so many fine-tuned things. You can't just publish to App Store because you have to have it really completed. So we're not done with this yet. So we're like almost done here. I still have so much little tweaks to do. But for the sake of the video, what I want to do next, just to show you guys, is get into the App Store setup. So let's definitely set this up next. So you guys go to appstore.developer. So if you type in developer account, you'll see right here, it's $99. You guys just have to sign up for the year. This is the cost of playing with Apple. You pay your $100, you go and set up your account, which we have. We have a couple apps that are live, and then get your profile set up. It takes a couple days. And once you're set up, then we just go to apps, and you can see right here, we're gonna then go and select and make a new app. So we have one publish, our basketball app. Then we have another game we're working on. But you're gonna click up here where the plus sign is. We're gonna click on that, and we're gonna say new app. We're gonna go iOS. The name of it is Palmio. Primary language, English. Bundle ID. So this is very, very important. This is the piece of code, which is your identifier. This is what's gonna connect with Expo, with Replit, to make sure that you do this correctly so you can actually have it correctly set up. So we're going to select this one right here. And then I'm going to take a screenshot of this and set that up. SKU is just our internal name. This is just for us right here. So we're going to call this Palmio V1. And then we're going to go full access, user access. So this means they have access to the whole application. And then we're going to create. So that's step one. Now we're inside the Apple ecosystem. We have all this stuff we have to fill out. But you can already see add for review and then prepare for submission. So this is where you have to put all your information. So we got Palmio inside our application. We got our SKU, we got our Apple ID. This is also very important right here. Our Apple ID is what we're going to put into Expo. So next we have to set up a rating. So none, none, none. You guys just have to go through this whole thing and making sure that everything is filled out. So does your app contain unrestricted web access, such as with an embedded browser? No. Does your app contain instances of gambling? No. Does your app contain purchase loot boxes? No. Let's just go 17 plus. And we're going to hit done. So that's our first thing. So that's our rating. Then we have all of our documentation, which we're going to have to submit. And then we have our services. And as you guys can see, we're building this for real. So I'm going to go through all this after I'm done with the video and making sure that all this stuff is filled out. So here is our prepare for submission. This is the most important page when it comes to iOS. You have to provide all the screenshots, specific screenshots for the App Store. So if you go right here, so next we need to select the artboards. So we're going to click on the artboard. Make sure you don't select the individual pages. So we got 5 layers as JPEGs. We're going to export this. We're going to open in these images right here. And then you're going to see our 5 thumbnails. We're going to go back to the App Store. We're going to drag those in. Then we're going to hit save. So now we have our 5 thumbnails. We got to make sure that it's all set up correctly. There you go. And then also for here, we're going to use the same ones. So it's going to use all of them. There you go. There's our thumbnail. And then we have our text, our description, our keywords, all the links for all the marketing material. All this stuff has to be done in order for this application to get approved. Of course, I'm not going to do this because you can't rush through this. But the point of the video is I want to show you all the stuff that you actually have to do. Once this is all done, then we're going to go in. It's definitely going to have to be another video because this is the process that's going to take a while to set up, making sure everything is perfect, because we really are launching this. There is no way to launch it as a demo, if you know what I'm saying. You have to set this up properly so it could be launched, it could be approved, and everything has to be finished. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get this out rushed like that. But next, I just want to give you a quick, so here it is. So we got this setup app in App Store, which we got. So this is done, right? We're just going to say it's done. You guys get the point though. You got to take a lot more time to do this. But now let's go in and set up this Expo. So this is the last step if we were actually going to push this out. So we're going to go to a new chat and we're going to say, we want to publish this to the iOS App Store. Show me how using Expo and ENS. Just put that into the command. So it's going to give you a full breakdown so you don't miss any of the commands that it needs to actually do this. So it's going to obviously fail because our app's not done, but let's just see what it does. So you can see right here, it says, I see that you have EAS CLI is installed, which is great. And now it's going to put together a complete plan exactly of what I need to do in order to do this. And the first thing you'll see is it talks about, what did I say? Your Apple ID right here. So you got your Apple ID, you got your App Store Connect ID, which I showed you, which is here. Let's go back. I'm going to show you right here. This Apple ID, that's what you want. And then you also have your bundle ID right there. But next, we're going to update all of this. And once we get this finished, then you have a couple commands. You log into your EAS right here through Expo. You configure the connection. We have everything connected, and then you build your actual app. This is where it's called compiling. So it has to compile everything you have in there, because an iOS application has to be full project, like an app that you submit, and that's what's going to live. It's not like a website where you can just update it on the fly. You have to go through a whole process with Apple. It's much more cumbersome than any other website. Once this command gets put in to production, then it's going to validate the project, making sure everything works. And once you're done, all you have to do is hit submit, and that's it. And that's going to be our next video. So that is the process. So right now we are going to finish the app. We didn't get to finish it today, guys. I'm not trying to rush through this, but I hope you see the power of what we've been building. I showed you how to set up the App Store. Make sure you have a developer account, and you go in, start new one, connect everything. Make sure you save your ID and your bundle ID. We have Expo set up like I just showed you. And all we have to do then is push and commit plus compile. Compile, and then we just have to publish. And that is the last step. And that is what we're going to do in the next video. So I'm going to finish this app. I'm going to continue working on it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It definitely is a slow process. This isn't a quickie. This is legit app building. But I showed you every single thing you need to do. And this is part 2, where we're going to launch a native iOS app. We're going to sell it. We're going to push it out there. We're going to have Stripe payment. Also, the one thing we have to actually do left is add Stripe payment. And I'll do that in the next video for sure. So hope you guys enjoyed that. This was definitely a little more step-by-step detailed video, but I do think it's going to get you where you need to go. So I hope you're building your own application. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are building, what is the goal, and just share some stuff with me. And of course, if you guys do come, share this in the community as I've been doing. So this whole project is being built by me, but a lot of people in our community are actually building their own versions. So it's been fun to go back and forth. And this is the process, as you've seen. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you guys in the next video. And of course, check out Replit, Expo, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.